Books have always been my safe space, my little escape when life gets too heavy. After going through cancer and losing my job, reading became my way of healing, reflecting, and understanding life again. Today, I want to share 3 books that truly changed the way I see life. Books that help me find peace, purpose, and strength in the middle of chaos. If you're going through a tough time right now, I hope these stories and lessons can bring you the same comfort they gave me. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Here's a little self-intro. Hi, I'm Cece and I'm 29 years old living in Singapore. If you're interested in personal growth, financial freedom, and getting through life's hardest challenge, you're in the right place. On this channel, I share my journey towards 3 big goals. Firstly, to achieve financial independence. Next, to improve my physical and mental well-being. And lastly, building multiple streams of income. When life falls apart, it's easy to feel like happiness is out of reach. But then I came across a book that completely changed how I view happiness. It's called Solve for Happy. It's written by Gawdat, a former Google executive who lost his son to a tragic medical error. But instead of living in anger or grief, he spent years trying to understand one question: how can I be happy again? And from that pain, he came up with this simple yet powerful equation. Happiness equals to or more than your perception of life events minus your expectations of how life should be. That line hit me, because so often, it's not the event itself that breaks us, it's the expectation that life should have gone differently. Most message is that happiness isn't something you chase, it's something you choose, regardless of your circumstances. When I applied that to my own life, despite having cancer and losing my job, I realized I could still find gratitude in the chaos. Cancer forced me to slow down and truly care for my body, while losing my job taught me that nothing is guaranteed, and I needed to create more than one source of security. Both experiences showed me that happiness doesn't come from what you have, but from how you see. After reading this book, I started practicing mindfulness, being fully present in the moment. Mo talks about simple things, writing down small wins, taking quiet time for yourself, or just sitting in silence without your phone. The idea is simple: be here now. Not in your head, not in the past, and not in what might happen next. And that shift, learning to just be, helped me stop spiraling and start truly appreciating the little moments again. Reading Solve for Happy taught me that happiness can exist even in pain. That is a choice we make, not something we find. But the next book reminded me that sometimes, happiness isn't about staying strong, it's about slowing down, letting go, and giving yourself space to breathe again. That book was Welcome to the Hyunam-dong Bookshop by Hwang Bo-reum. I borrowed it on Kobo through National Library and instantly felt drawn to it. It's about a woman who followed all the right steps in life: a stable job, responsibilities, doing everything she was supposed to, until one day she burned out completely. She walked away from it all and opened a small bookshop. That bookshop slowly became a place of healing for her and everyone who visited. I found this story so comforting because it mirrored how I felt, trying to rebuild myself after everything fell apart. And maybe because it has always been my dream to own a cozy bookshop, serving unique tea blends where I could read, crochet, and pet my black cat. Here are a few quotes that stayed with me. A life surrounded by good people is a successful life. It might not be success as defined by society, but thanks to the people around you, each day is a successful day. Success isn't always about achievements, it's about having good people around you who make each day worth living. Next quote: life is too complicated and expensive to be judged by the career you have. You could be unhappy doing something you like, just as it was possible to do what you didn't like, but derive happiness from something entirely different. You don't need your dream job to live a meaningful life. If your work gives you purpose or help others, that's enough. The courage not to waver in the face of disappointment from others. The courage to stick to his beliefs and choices. This reminded me that living authentically matters more than meeting other people's expectations. Lastly, it felt like growing up because I was doing things I had consciously chosen to do for the first time. So many of us, especially in Singapore, follow a set path. go to a good school, get a good job, have a good marriage, and set up a family. But how often do we stop and ask, is this truly what I want? This book reminded me that it's okay to pause, reset, and redefine success in my own terms. But even after that, I still struggled with one thing: how to stay true to myself while navigating the expectation of others. And that's when I found the third book, one that helped me rebuild my sense of self from the inside out. It's called The Way of Integrity: Finding the Path to Your True Self by Beck. The book dives into living truthfully, aligning what you say and do with who you really are. Beck shares her story of growing up in a restrictive community, surviving trauma, and rebuilding her life through a process she calls integrity. I'll share 4 concepts that resonated with me the most. Firstly, meeting the teachers. Throughout life, you'll meet people who challenge your beliefs. They might frustrate you, but they are here to help you grow. Looking back, I realized that certain people who crossed my path came into my life exactly when I needed a wake-up call. Secondly, into the inferno. This means facing your pain and questioning your limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, are you sure this is true? This one question helps you break free from assumptions that cause unnecessary suffering. Thirdly, beginning the cleanse. Live in harmony with your mind, body, and heart. Stop lying to yourself about your feelings, your wants, and your limits. Lastly, my favorite concept: fill your time with life. Change doesn't have to be drastic. Every small step counts. What matters calls the 1-degree turn. Every small, intentional choice brings you closer to the life you want. This helped me take life one day at a time, focusing less on how far I had to go and more on how far I have come. Reading The Way of Integrity reminded me that real peace comes from living truthfully, aligning your thoughts, actions, and heart. And as I reflected on all 3 books, I realized they share one powerful theme: the power of being present. Being in the now helps silence the noise in our minds, all the what ifs, the regrets, and the fears. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, I ground myself by noticing my surroundings. That simple act stops my mind from spiraling. Of course, it's still important to plan for the future and reflect on the past, but only in moderation. I set aside specific time for that. One of my favorite ways to reconnect is to take quiet walks without my phone. It helps to clear my mind, think more clearly, and sometimes ideas just flow naturally to me. And also meditation, even 5 minutes a day, helps me declutter my thoughts and feel at peace. I truly recommend giving these 3 books a read, not just to understand the concepts I shared, but to experience the shift they can bring. They've helped me rebuild my mindset and find peace again. And I hope they can do the same for you too. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to follow my journey. Comment below with your own story. I would love to hear it. Thanks for watching my video, and till next time.